Just got back to Cornwall and washed my face, and I'm gonna get changed, put everything in the wash and like unpack all of this, all my kit and everything that's gone down from the wedding I've just done in Devon, and unpack that, wrap presents, sort everything out, get this place sorted, and then go dropping in presents. So I need to get some slap on in a minute, and yeah, and Teddy's going mad because he's in with me. Yeah, no, and you want to be with Dad, don't you? You absolutely hate being with me. Teddy, stay with me for a bit. Yeah. Would you stay with me? No, just want Dad.
You can smell. You can smell there.
So Teddy's saying that smells alright.
Here, Teddy. Good. I know you would share them.
Trees.
Are they trees? Just
It does.
are they?
Try one.
Hey.
Yeah, don't you do jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, okay.
There, you're so wrong. Like Charlie's glasses.
Charlie's glasses are on the floor.
I give in. I give in.
Teddy, you're not doing much to help.
Oh,
Can you imagine? That was Daddy and Mai's papa's. He got that because he used to do a milk round. He used to be a dairy farmer, and he used to do a milk round. That's Auntie Catherine's dad, and he got that for his 50th anniversary.
That or when he retired.
Or when he retired, and it's engraved. It's Christmas Eve, and we're starting our Christmas vlog here with Teddy as the star of the show because it's his first Christmas with us. So we're going out visiting in a little bit, but first we're having some lunch. Presents are all sorted and under the tree. We're going to Falmouth to see family and then to see friends. We've had other family popping in this morning, so we can't wait till tomorrow so we can just relax. Merry Christmas, Teddy. Nativity is back out. All the little shepherds, wise men. We've got a camel added to it this year, courtesy of a Kinder Egg. Good morning from our Christmas day. It's not super lively this morning, not as lively as I hoped. I thought I'd be up at 7 AM and drinking heavily by now, but we ended up in A&E last night, didn't we?
Yep.
With my aunt, because we went over to Falmouth to see my aunt and uncle before I was going out for the night, just to pop in there about 4ish for a drink and a catch up, give them their present. And almost 5 minutes after we walked in the door, Auntie Pauline's spaniel was excitable because we had our dog there, or maybe would be anyway, and he ran past the back of her legs and he just completely wiped her out, and she fell back into the log burner and split her head open on the handle of the log burner. You just couldn't make it up. No. So then you went to Falmouth Minor Injuries with them, and Dad and I stayed in the house and cleaned up the blood and put her dress in the wash and everything, because there's blood everywhere, absolutely everywhere, and it is just dripping. Merry Christmas. And yeah, they wouldn't see her, would they? They couldn't stop the bleeding. Well, they did see her, but they couldn't stop the bleeding.
Refer her up to
So we went to Trelisk Accident and Emergency where Mum works, and then she waited there
4.5 hours later till midnight and we stitched her.
and we ended up going to bed about 3, didn't we?
Yeah, to bed about 3.
And I stupidly had a vodka before I went to bed, and just triggered a massive headache. So I'm really annoyed with myself because I feel like I've ruined today now. The one day I was looking forward to and wanted to be so well for anyway. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that. Anyway, Merry Christmas. Well, last time I saw her, she gave me a bag of well, it's now 2 o'clock and we're watching Ainsley's Fantastic Flavours, which is what I worked on. If you watch a few vlogs back, you'll see this being made. It's his cookery show. 2 o'clock on ITV on Christmas Day, and we're cracked into the old Bloody Marys. It's time to have a drink to see if I can make myself feel better. Please, God. Yeah.
There's little bits inside.
And guess where they came from?
You made it all.
Hmm.
Pebbles from Arizona.
I love the roof.
It's cool, isn't it?
What's it made of?
Little shingles. Cedar shingles.
And there was a little, and all these, you carved all these here.
Yep.
Can't believe it.
It's alright.
Longer with us, and think also those whose work of caring for others.
Getting the holly tree for the Christmas tree, usually just about the night before. No one had it early then. Didn't put trees up early. Just went and cut a branch of holly and decorated
Where
it.
did you put it in?
A bucket, I'm sure. Whatever was to hand, I'm sure. The funny little brittles.
Why didn't we do that then? Why have we done fir trees?
We used to have holly right at the start, didn't we? Yeah, we had holly probably before you can remember. Yeah, he used to get tips and a drink from his customers. And,
Really?
yeah, little tipple, little whiskey or whatever.
Well, you should just give him a drink. You drink it then and drive home. Oh my.
Carry on with the milk round.
Happy Boxing Day. I look and feel like this. One may have partaken in a few too many excesses yesterday, so I'm going to get ready while watching Mindy Ming. This is now Boxing Day, a couple of hours later. I'm out for a walk in Portreath with Rachel. He's just picking up shit at the moment. This is Portreath Arms Hotel, and we're in a beach village near my house called Portreath because it's the big Boxing Day swim at 11 AM. And we came a little bit earlier just because we know it's going to be busy. So hopefully we're going to catch them running in. What do you want, mate?
I'll pay you back when I get in the car.
Don't want to be paid back.
Now, but when we get closer, you're going to go back on the list.
He definitely understood all of that, Mum. And
Yeah, I know. Trevor
will
says that to me. He
absolutely
goes,
listen.
yeah, he understood what you said there, right? He'll come back in a minute if I tell him to run. Go on,
Well, 'cause he
Monty.
wants to know where you are.
go. Yeah, he'll come back. Walk on. What's on there?
regret not going into the sea on the beach because it looked good and there was a lot of people down there, but anyway I didn't, and it probably means I am then quicker to get out of the house, which I did. I went in, turned around and came back out because we're now taking Teddy for a walk around Hill, St George's Walk in Hill. Walking a dog that sniffs everything is so boring. Because all he wants to do is just sniff and sniff and sniff and actually not walk on. Anyway, that's what we're doing. Everything's shut. I couldn't get a nice frothy coffee anywhere. Obviously it's all shut because it's Boxing Day, which is fair enough. So I had to get one of those machine Costas, which are rubbish. Anyway, rest for this now. I sat down to make a proper makeup video. To do my hair and makeup with you. My dad's in the room. To do my hair and makeup with you, but Teddy's come in with Dad just as I sat down to start doing it. Now Teddy's dressed as Mother Teresa. You right, Ted? Did you have any say in the matter? No. You questioning your life choices? So, and I've lost my tripod. I thought I had a tripod down in Cornwall and I haven't. So you're balanced on a he's gonna jump down if you go, I think.
And you lost it in the wine glass today.
Yeah, so I'm balance it on really stupid things, and yesterday on Christmas Day it dropped into my coupe champagne glass. It's probably the fanciest way anyone's ever broke a camera, and I thought it was broken for good, but I actually dried it out overnight in the airing cupboard, and it's absolutely back to normal now, which is unbelievable. Oh, I've forgotten to put on my primer. Oh no. Do you think I can go? That's because I was talking to you. Do you think I can go back a stage maybe? This is the Watermelon Hydrating Primer, and I haven't tried it yet, and it just looks so juicy and lovely. Can you see that? Oh, I just had to try some. So let's go. It's just like this. God, it smells amazing. It's this clear gel. I'm probably going to put on too much now. And anything that makes it look shiny and dewy is an absolute must with me. So let's try that. I know I'm going to mix it in with what I've already put on, but that's fine. We can move it all around. So it smells nice. It's very light, very wet at the moment. Teddy's still in here with me, but he's going to get. I reckon he might change his mind in a minute, and once Dad's gone, I think I just want to be with Steve. I just love Steve so much. I have to be with him. Anyway, so let's let that settle. But let's think about what I'm going to put on foundation-wise. Now, I haven't brought a foundation down to Cornwall with me, just because it's not something I particularly wear every day. Although that said, because I'm sort of getting ready for parties and different events that I'm going to, and you know, Christmassy, festive, holiday season things. I probably should have done, but actually, all I've been using all day, every day, is my Vive concealer. This is in Light 3 Modern Radiance. I think it might be a pinch too yellow for me. I'm going to use the same brush as I used to put on the primer, because why need to change? You know, you don't need to change. The primer has already gone like tacky. Like when I'm putting the concealer across my face, I can feel that, I'm looking in the mirror by the way, I can feel that it's become something that it reminds me of the, what's the other primer? I think Elf does one which is like clear, and it's like gone, can you see that? Like slightly sticky. So whether it's going to give me as much of a glow as I was anticipating, I don't know, but it does look like it will hold the product very well. So that is what a primer is meant to do, so I can't be angry with it for that. I haven't put anything on my lids, as you can see, because I wasn't sure if that was going to be quite a dewy primer, and therefore... You alright, Ted? Ted? You alright? You're not trapped there, my love. You can move if you want. You want to move? You can move. Hang on, bear with me. Come say hello. This is Teddy. This is our rescue dog, Teddy. Didn't get a choice in coming to live with us at 13 years old, but he's with us, and we're very grateful. I'm not sure whether he's got a different opinion on it. Yeah. I think he probably would have liked to have been with a normal, they're just a nice normal family, but you know, beggars and cheeses and all that. So I think it might be a little bit yellow. I think I could do the pinker tone. Also, I haven't faked hands, so that's why it's now presenting as a little bit yellowy, I think. Could I do with a bit more? Should we let a little, I mean, that's a lot of concealer for me, but let's let that settle under my eyes while we think about my eyelids. Now, I'm not going to put anything on them primer-wise. I never do, but I do normally put some kind of foundation or concealer on because I find that is a really good base for eyeshadow as long as it's powdered. But because that was quite a dewy makeup base, I didn't use it on my eyelids, so instead I'm going to go on with my Vive. It's just a cream eyeshadow. Eye Wand. It's just an eye crayon. And I'm going to use that almost as a base, like a primer. I want a very pale lid anyway, so it helps. This is incredibly pale and it's absolutely matte. It has no shimmer in it whatsoever. I'm going to have to go and let him out, guys. Oh, I've got a rush. So, what was I saying to you? Yeah, I'm going to put that on and it's going to act as a kind of primer, but also as the colour I'm intending. I'm very low, I need to slouch down so you can see me. This is very distracting, let's just pat that in. For me, I feel like I don't need a foundation. I've got nothing to really cover on my skin, and I really think that's goes for a lot of you. I think if you guys worked with concealer only, a really nice hydrating base below that concealer, your moisturiser, your SPF 50, and then just concealed the bits you really didn't like, popped a little bit of translucent powder over them, like I'm going to do now. This is Revolution translucent powder, and wow, it is so nice. It is so finely milled and it creates like this amazing halo. I'm going to very much concentrate on my eyelids because I do not want them to crease at all. This was just a free gift brush from Clinique and it's horrible. It's like really stabby and hard and just apps. It's like something you get as a free gift. Well, it was a free gift, so that makes sense. Anyway, back to the translucent powder. It is so amazingly mattifying and absorbent of any dew on your face that you actually feel like you've got dry skin, and I'm not sure if I love that, but I absolutely understand what it's doing and it's exactly doing its job in the best possible way. It is the most finely milled. It's like Prep and Prime by MAC. It's so good, and I'm sure it's not very expensive, the Revolution. I don't know. I don't think I bought it, but yeah. It's brilliant, so it really mattifies everything, but then sometimes throughout the day you're like, wow, I am really matte, and for me that isn't necessarily what I always want. So you may, I'm going in with the same shitty brush, by the way, to pop some matte bronze on instead of a contour, because just using what I've got in Cornwall, I don't really travel. When I come down to Cornwall, I don't bring anything with me because I'm very lucky. I've got my whole bedroom here, you know, I've got a whole shelf of skincare that I use that lives down here. So I count myself very lucky, which is why I always end up using shitty old things and shitty old products, because I've got my makeup kit down here, but I'm not going to dive into that just for me. Anyway, let's carry on. So lids, I'm keeping them super plain and matte because I'm doing a bright red lip, but I am going to go over, I've got this Profusion Mixed Metals palette. That might be quite a nice little sort of like, no, maybe I should, I'm trying to take my little cover photo with you. But actually I think I'm going to wait till I've got some lips on. Profusion Mixed Metals, 9 matte and metallic eyeshadows. A really lovely palette. I smashed the black. But some really nice tones in there, but the reason I've kept hold of it and I'm using it, I didn't buy this, is because it's got this like matte cream shade in the lid, and this just lives down here and it's become my everyday. Now I know essentially I have got eyeshadow on because I use the Vive Muse. I'm going in with this nice little matte, sort of slightly more tan shade into my sockets, really lifting that up to the up into my socket, up to the brow bone, just to look like I've got a little bit more depth there than I actually do. What's the thing? I know I've got the Vive on already, which acts as an eyeshadow, but I'm just using that to set everything in place. And then let's put on a little bit of eyeliner. Oh no, let's do my brows first. Using this, I can't believe I'm actually going to put this out as a either makeup tutorial or as part of a bigger blog or vlog around Christmas, because it's all products I don't like. You may like them. This is the Goof Proof brow pencil. Now, it is what I like in a brow pencil, in the fact that it's mechanical, i.e. you can wind it up so you don't have to sharpen it. But I find that the nib is not hard enough to create the fine strokes that I like to do, and you would have seen on my other tutorials, like Brow Queen or MAC Stylers. They both have the little mechanical nib, but it always stays, it's quite small, whereas this is quite a big nib. And for those who draw through their whole eyebrow and want them to be quite drawn, or they haven't got much there and they really need to fill a lot of shading in, this would be fine. But for me, I actually just like it to like make individual hairs where I'm missing hairs, and in that case I don't love it. But I hate throwing things away, I'm not using them, so it's here, it lives here, and it's kind of my Cornwall brow pencil, because who cares? And it's actually not, it's not a bad one, it's just not for me. Let's get some liner on. I'm using my number 7 Stay Perfect liquid eyeliner. This was sent to me. This is now a video of things I don't really love. What I find is that when it's one of these foam pads instead of a brush on the end, even the best of people cannot get as fine a tip as they would like. Could you, sorry, you can probably hear my throat bubbling then. And that's what I'm definitely finding with this liquid liner. But because I'm popping it on and then I'm going to smudge it out, I'm only going up to my iris on both eyes. That doesn't matter so much. And again, it was free. I want to use it up. It is what it is. I'm going to get a little angled brush and I'm going in with a darker shade. What can I use as a darker shade to smudge that with? Ooh. This drawer needs sorting out. A very old, disgusting, it's actually not disgusting at all, but a very old battered matte brown in the end of an e.l.f. palette. Perfectly nice matte brown, but it just looks a bit battered because that eyeshadow palette's been sitting there for a while. I'm hoping this isn't any different to any of your makeup bags. I hope you're all going to watch this and go, oh thank God she also has mushed up stuff at the bottom of her bag as well. It's just so funny how my kit's like, you know, immaculate and full of very expensive, you know, unused things that I just seem to carry around with me to every job. And my own personal stuff's just falling apart. That said, it still does the job. I wanted a matte brown eyeshadow to blend this liquid liner out, and that's what I got. That's what I asked for, and that's what I got. So I've just just softened that black line a little bit, basically. That was the only need for that little bit of eyeshadow, so kind of did the job. Let's curl my eyelashes. I'm going to show you my favourite mascara in the world. It has become my new love affair, and I never ever would have found it if I didn't do the advent calendar with you guys for Avon. So if you've seen my Instagram, you'll know that every day in December I open up a door of an advent calendar, a beauty advent calendar, and it's a different one each year, and this year was Avon. I was very luckily gifted it. I had not used Avon before, apart from back in the day. Didn't know they sold it in Superdrug. Didn't know you could just order it yourself online. Didn't know it was cheap. Didn't know how good it was. And I've had a massive kick up the arse because it's really lovely stuff. Everything's great and everything seems to work great. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it from that. I actually don't know how much everything is because I've not even looked, but I can't imagine it's going to be, you know, very expensive because they make, manufacture and produce everything and sell it themselves, so they have no, they're a bit like Beauty Pie, I guess. You know, you just get the products direct from them. My eyelashes are being curled with a Shimmer eyelash curler and a clipper lighter. There, if that doesn't say professional, guys, I don't know what does. I don't know what else screams 20 years in the business. Apart, that isn't even my lighter. A guy gave me that in Camden on a night out. A token of love, one may say. And yeah, that's how I curl my eyelashes. 2 little curls up because they're dead straight, and that makes such a big difference for me. And now we're in it with the Extrovert Avon Extreme Volume Mascara. This mascara, it's like the bristles seem to grab each lash. I've curled that. See, my corner eyelashes here, can you see where I sleep on my side? They're starting to bend in, and they never used to do that. They never did that until I permed them at home. And I thought, oh, okay, they're just staying like that because they've had a perm. But then the perm's definitely all gone now, obviously, else I wouldn't need to curl them. And they've stayed like that. Very annoying. Anyway, back to the mascara. It seems to like cling to each eyelash, and then you can like wiggle it up through and it like separates them. Like that, sorry, that is mad. That, for a straight eyelash girl, that is utterly insane, the lift I can get on them. And like I just go on the tip when I get to the inner eye, and I just sort of pull them all apart. I go in kind of rough to begin with, and then on the second or third coat is when I start like pulling them apart. I think when I'm putting mascara on, a lot of people just rush, and I totally get those reasons why. In fact, I should be rushing now because I need to go and pick up an aunt and uncle from the station any second. But I think if you go in once lightly, and you can with this brush, you can kind of go in lightly and then like wiggle through to get more coats. And I could now leave that. Sorry, I'm having to use a mirror so I can see what I'm doing. I can now leave that, and then I could go back to them and give them another little wiggle through in a bit, and it would be honestly, you can build up so much. Anyway, let's take the clips out. I am done. I have to go, guys. I need to put a red lipstick on. That's going to be the last part of this look. And that hopefully is going to pull it all together. And another coat of mascara. Oh God, isn't that the most yummy lip ever? It goes on super creamy. Avon Paris stays 16 hours, and I've worn it before. Let's just now let's do our photo together. Should we do the photo? Right, you smile on your side, I'll smile on my side. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, and what important is it stays on and it doesn't feel too drying, which is brilliant. I think I should maybe freshly wash my hair, and I think it's not gonna bounce up as much as I wanted it to on the older fringe. And I've got a bow in, as you can see. Right, perfume on, I've got to go. Maybe this will be part of a bigger vlog. I think it will, because I don't think it's really a standalone, so you might have had to watch the boring Christmas stuff to get to this bit, which is equally boring. But, oh well, see you later. Did you just say?
What, lipstick?
Yeah.
You don't normally wear something like that.
I literally wear red all the time.
Yeah, but not that red.
I don't think it's that one, it is quite bright. It's recording, oh my God, thank God. Thing is, when we're all really old, we look back on these videos and go, so glad Penrose did that. When we actually
It's about hazard now. What? I'm literally running all.
It's got plumbing.
Yeah, man.
How's that?
Where did it
go? Does it have a little photo of it? God, don't take a photo of it.
Oh, mate, it's photographed with
Beige
with an halfway.
hoodie on, just back from the gym, and I'm thinking about whether to maybe get rid of some of my presents and, you know, pack them or put them back in a bag to take back up to London if they're meant to be in London, and just sort them out. Which, to be fair, everything is pretty much everything is coming back to London. But I wanted to maybe show you a few bits. I don't know if you're interested. I'm sure you're not interested with me looking like this, but I absolutely cannot bear. My hair was just put up like this after I went swimming, so when I take it out tomorrow it'll be wavy and in curls hopefully, but I cannot bear putting makeup on if I'm not going anywhere. There was a plan to go for a walk, but it is just poured all day. So much so that my dad, Steve, is taking Teddy out for a walk in it, just because they had to go out at some point and we kept putting it off, and yeah. But I thought I'd show you a couple of bits that I got. Don't know whether you're going to be interested. They're also not everything's here. I think you saw that my dad made me a cabin, a little replica of a Yellowstone cabin from our trip to America, which is a few vlogs back now, but you can see it if you so wished. No offence taken if you don't. And so he made me that, and also I had a Rolling Stone magazine framed, which had a cover of Friends on it, and it's from 1997, I believe. And it also has a really good article about Oasis in the middle, so it was like my perfect magazine, and I've had it framed. And that was just a little nod to Matthew Perry and his passing this year. I just thought I'm going to grab it now and get it done before, you know, these things maybe go stratospheric in prices, and whether that magazine would have become more rare and more expensive. So that's upstairs. I need to show you that, the cabin. Can't remember what else was here that you might not have seen. Oh, this that I normally have a candle in, but it's just burnt down to the quick and gone. But this was from an antique store, and it was £5 in Cornwall, and I've wanted one for so long, and my parents managed to find one, and I absolutely love it. I think it is so gorgeous. It's really robust and it's really strong. You know, if you tried to get a replica, you know, it would have been like flimsy metal. So I absolutely adore that, and obviously gold is my theme in my home. Not obviously, but it is. I got Acqua di Parma Rose Nobile perfume, my favourite scent in the world, but it's been discontinued. It's, how can I explain it to you? Well, it's rose, there's no big shockaroo there. I mean, that's fairly obvious. Hang on, can you see that? Oh, it's always focusing on the face, isn't it? There we go. It's rose, but there's a slight difference to it. It's like, it's not as a powdery talcumy rose. It's like a heavy, it's almost like a heavy balmy citrus rose. I don't think I'm explaining that very well, and you know, everyone's scents of, you know, are personal, but I love it, and it's such a shame it's not being made anymore because it is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm gutted about that. Oh, I got some candles to go into the candle holder. It's 10 of these, and they burn quite quickly. I don't think they're super expensive ones because they do go quite quickly, but that's what it's like with some things like this. The Panthin, because I get through loads of this on my lips. Where's my Panthin? Have I got it in here? Here it is. From a makeup artist to you, this is the absolute best thing. Can you see that? That you can put on your lips. It's actually a nappy cream, but it is like a creamy, it's a cross between an oil and a cream. So whereas something like Vaseline or some balms, they just coat the top of your lips, this actually penetrates as well. So I picked up a couple because sometimes they're hard to find, and they're not actually the cheapest. Rose hand cream, because I love rose scents, so when I'm doing people's makeup and I'm touching their makeup, touching their face, I want to smell really nice. You know, if I'm that close to people's faces, I want it to smell nice. Tons of post-it notes because I still use an old-fashioned Filofax. And because my jobs vary so much and they change around and they're all different types of jobs, I tend to put post-it notes in until the job is confirmed, and then I write it in pen because the job tends to move, the dates move, the times move, the price moves. So these come in very handy. Dairy-free chocolate from, oh no, sorry, Deliciously, I did have dairy-free chocolate, but I've already ate some. Deliciously Heiress salted chocolate dipped almonds, my absolute, I love these, they're such a treat. That was from my cousin. She just gave me a bag of loads of amazing bits, and so nice. Rose scented soaps, I think you can see the theme here. They were from TK Maxx and they were from my parents. And my dad got me this set of 4, a hotel collection. They're all different scents. I think they're meant to copy the Jo Malone scents because they are lime, basil and mandarin. Rose Noir, sweet almond and macaroon and pomegranate, and they've got lovely gold labels, so that obviously the gold theme is strong in my flat, so they'll go and match up there. Truffle oil, my favourite taste. I always get through bottles and bottles of truffle oil with pasta, with steak, potatoes, mash, whatever. Starbucks coffee, because I also get through quite a lot of that. Ferrero Rocher, no explanation needed. Shame that they come in such a big plastic box. I think that is a massive shame. A huge bottle of Captain Morgan's, my best friend. Me and Captain, well, we just go way back, don't we, friend? And we've been through a lot together, and he makes every night so much more fun. And then Feather and Down from a friend. So the candle and the sleep spray in a lovely little pack, and this is another incredible smell, and a lot more talcumy, a lot more, to me it's like lavender but mixed with fresh washing, or like baby's talcum powder. It's not just lavender in the old-fashioned granny way, it's such a nice scent. So yeah, that was some of my presents. I probably have more bits around to show you, but I can't think what they are now. I'm going weird on the light. Anyway, that's that for now. I'm going to get this all cleared up because we're obviously going to be packing up the tree soon, which is a real shame. Oh, I need to show you some of the decorations. This Cornish, can you see there's some Cornish tartan and the bow and a lovely Cornwall wooden laser cut decoration was from my cousin. And then also up here we have one from Wyoming, another laser cut to remember our holiday there this year. And then I painted a little wooden picture of my house, my parents' house, and it's on like a little wooden, I haven't got another hand free, but you can see a little piece of log that's been cut, and I've made it into a little decoration, so I painted that. And that just adds to our very mixed bunch of very personal decorations. And the fairy at the top by myself, aged 5. Happy New Year from a very slow treadmill. I just pressed resume because someone else who's in the gym left. Why is it so slow? And now I press like go again, but it's not. How do you make it go again? Just have to put it out myself, I suppose. Anyway, Happy New Year. I'm on my mobile phone instead of my proper camera because I didn't bring it because I thought, what's the point? I've got a huge swimming kit and everything with me and all my lotions and potions and hair wash stuff. But I probably should have done because I could have just propped you on the treadmill. Not that any of you have asked to see me. A slightly sickly and white 14-stone Cornisher on a treadmill, but that's what you get. Because I didn't really do anything last night on New Year's. It's the first year that I went to bed before midnight. It's the first year, maybe not the first year I've stayed in. I think I did do that in lockdown. I think I've done it a couple of times now. It was really nice. Fire on. Can I put this somewhere where you're not bobbing around so much? Not really. Well, that's a terrible view. God, I look like a child of the plague. Stayed in, fire, champagne, much like the rest of Christmas. I actually put a little bit of, I got some Clementine gin for Christmas. Put it in the bottom with some coupe glasses and put some Prosecco on top. You might call that a, not Prosecco, champagne. Champagne cocktail. Not a lot went into the cocktail in terms of thought or presentation, but it was essentially a champagne cocktail. So we had a few of those. I need to turn this up faster and get on with this. Trying to do half an hour on the treadmill, then weights and then swim. But it means I could go to the gym this morning, which is great. So happy new bloody year. What a boring New Year's. It wasn't because I was with my parents, which nothing can be better than me spending time with my parents. That is my happiest place ever. But of course, being single and alone, there was, you do think, oh, should I have gone out? But Cornwall, man, fuck me. It is painful for getting people out. No one wants to go out. No one wants to spend any money. No one wants to organise anything. Everyone's got kids or everyone's got boyfriends and they just want to stay in. And I get it. I totally get why. Of course, you've ticked the boxes. There is no need to spend money and have a hangover. But, and I'm sure I would be exactly the same if I was in their position. I don't know, I just feel like my life has been so incredible and I've been out so much. It's never got boring and I just don't regret a single week of not living every day or every week to its complete fullest. And I feel like that happens a bit in Cornwall. That said, I've managed to get loads of time with my parents, which is so important. And I have seen family and friends, but just more in the daytimes for brunch and coffee and stuff. Anyway, listen, I'm going to get on with this, else I'm going to be here all day burning so far 62 calories. Don't even think that's a banana. Chats? Chapesses?
So they are ridiculous. So they're will keep. One of them is going to go to some fosters, and then we've got Sleeping Lily in this camp.
Hello from a very hungover Victoria Penrose, reporting for duty with a blonde moustache from the little town of Mosul, not Bethlehem. I'm makeup free because, well, it was to do with effort and being hungover actually. It was those two things combined, being very hungover and having very little effort put into coming out. But anyway, I thought you might want to, oh look at that, oh dream little cabin. I thought you might want to come see Mosul Lights with us, our last Christmas activity. That bright light is almost doing me a favour. Alright, I'm absolutely desperate for the loo as well, and I need something to eat. I'm so hungry, you know when you're like hungry, hungover. So here we go.
Big massive place.
These are my back from Mosul Silly. What do you feel about Mosul, Teddy? Shit's awful. No,